ఛానల్ పెడితే కనిపిస్తుంది, పబ్లిక్ చేస్తున్నట్టు.
యూట్యూబ్ ఛానల్ పోతే కనబడుతుంది. నల్సర్ యూట్యూబ్ ఛానల్ సార్, నల్సర్ యూట్యూబ్ ఛానల్.
పబ్లిక్ అయిపోయింది. ఓకేనా ఫ్రెండ్, పబ్లిక్.
Momento is here. Hello, check, check. Hello, 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 check. But I saw him somewhere. No? Mr. Manoj Gopalakrishnan Nair, is he here? 1 minute. Hmm?
ఫస్ట్ స్క్రీన్ కింద చేసేసేయండి. పీసీ ఓన్లీ పెట్టండి. పీసీ ఓన్లీ. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు ఐటీ సపోర్ట్ ఈ బ్యానర్ వచ్చేయండి. డెస్క్టాప్ మీద ఉంది కదా, తీసేసి క్లోజ్ చేసి ఉంచాలి. ఓకే,
Hello, check. Hello.
కాకుండా ఇక్కడికి వస్తే ఇది పెడదాం. सोडियम मैडम यहाँ से आके बात करते हैं, नहीं तो बैठ बैठ को आप लोग ఆడే ఉంటుంది ఇది అప్ డౌన్ ఉంది, అదే ఫిక్స్ చేసేసాను. చేస్తే కానీ అప్ డౌన్ అయిపోతుంది. మేడం నించోవాలంటే హైట్ కదా, మొదట్లో ఇస్తే తక్కువ. అవును, ఇద్దరు పట్టుకోవాలి.
ఓకే, ఎవరు సెట్ చేసేది ఎవరు? అంటే మీ వాళ్ళు మాట్లాడుతున్నారు
మేడం
అదే డిస్కస్ చేస్తారు. Yes. కలం చెట్టు ఢిల్లీలో ఉన్నాడు అబ్బాయి. డైరెక్ట్ తర్వాత తర్వాత కూర్చుంటారు అంత ప్రోగ్రామ్ అనేది తెలుసుకుంటారు. తర్వాత అట్లా ఉంటుంది. ఎందుకంటే అన్ని గుర్తింపు ఉండాలి.
కరెక్ట్.
అట్లా
సెట్ చేస్తాను.
కావాలి.
ఫస్ట్ మేడం వచ్చేటప్పుడు
ఓకే అంటే అంటే చైర్లన్నీ ఒకటే ఉన్నాయి. మొత్తం టవల్ వేపిస్తే బాగుంటుంది.
చేస్తాను.
Please, please.
మేడం గారు ఇక్కడ కూర్చోబెట్టినప్పుడు ఏంటంటే
I request all the participants and invited guests to please put your phones on silent or power off. Good evening. I request Vice Chancellor of Nalsar University of Law, Professor Balakista Reddy, to kindly entrust the chief guest and other dignitaries to the dais. I request Dr. Suresh Kumar to please hand over the welcome bouquet to our chief guest. I request Dr. Rahul Gandhi Bura to please give away the welcome bouquet to the Vice Chancellor. I request Mr. C.A. Pravi to please give away the welcome bouquet to Mr. Ramesh Manthana. I request Dr. Vivek Pani to please hand over the welcome bouquet to Ms. Indu Madhavi Iragavarupu. I request Dr. Deepthi Jog to please hand over the welcome bouquet to Dr. Vidyalata Reddy. I request all the dignitaries on the stage and off the stage to kindly rise for the national anthem. I request the Vice Chancellor of Nalsar University of Law, Professor Balakista Reddy, to kindly deliver the welcome address.
Good evening and welcome to one and all present here. I extend my warm welcome to Her Excellency Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan, Honorable Governor of Telangana and Honorable Lieutenant Governor Pondicherry, Puducherry, Professor Vijulata Reddy, Head of the Department, CMS. I also welcome Mr. Ramesh Manthani, Vice President, HR and Operations, Evoke Technologies, Ms. Indu Madhvi, Co-founder, SHRD India, respected faculty members, industry leaders, uh, dear students. Your Excellency, this university was started in 1998 with Act 34 with the objectives of producing professionally competent, technically sound and socially relevant lawyers. Of course, this we recently we changed this because introduction of management school here. So now we are producing professionally competent, technically sound and socially relevant managers also. This is the change which because of the management department here. Though management department, in Nalsar, we have, apart from the regular LLB, honors courses, LLM, MPhil, PhD, and unique value-added distance learning courses. We have also management course, MBA and IPM courses. So, though the management department is a young, but it is a dynamic. It's conducting a lot of programs in the recent times, whether it's organizing, conferences, giving consultancies and other things. So I congratulate HOD, Professor Vijulata, organizers, faculty members of Department of Management Studies. Thank you for your excellent contribution, management faculty. Of course, now we know when being this is a HR conclave, HR management is going to be a very important thing. We all know that India is moving rather, developing country, third world country. We used to say that India is a third world country to third largest economy. We all know that now India is an emerging economy. In the recent past, if you look at the knowledge society which dominates. Earlier, people used to respect whether individuals are nation states based on their economic political power. But friends, we all know today, countries are respected because of their technology and also knowledge. 21st century, we all know that knowledge society. So human resource management is playing and is going to play excellent role in the years to come. Of course, we all know that India being a developing country, but it was saying that 19th century belongs to UK or Europe, 20th century was American century, 21st century is Asian century, or more particularly sometimes we refer Indian century. Of course, as a 21st century belongs to India, we have a lot of challenges. One big challenge, again it's related to HR, is population. Population is a liability most of the time, but it is an asset. You all know that India is the youngest country in the world, youth nation of the world. So 65% of our population is below 35 years age. That is what the advantage of HR or human resource management. Today, we as institutions or individuals have to look the requirements of the global society, not the requirements of India or particular country. That is where you are all going to play important role. And more particularly, when I say Indian economy, if you look at recent past, changing from agrarian economy to service sector, so traditional commerce to e-commerce, m-commerce, all these things, the HR managers or HR management people are going to play important role in this scenario. This is what I want. One reference I want to make here is that one important treaty that's called WTO GATS agreement. GATS is a general agreement on trade in services. All the global services, whichever the profession we are, whether you are a lawyer, doctor or engineer or technocrat, anything, part of this particular agreement, being India is a signatory, India, following these things. So there are global challenges part of this WTO GATS agreement. We all have to get ready to face this challenge. Though namesake it is the GATS are 4 words, but all global services, 160 plus services are part of that. Since the human resource management is shifting from other areas to HR, I think this is one area where we all have to remember and get ready to face these global challenges. Of course, there is no doubt India in this process, actually, if you look at in 2 minutes, how these HR influenced HR policies or HR management influenced in the recent years is five important factors which influenced. One is the globalization. We all know that globalization, the impact of globalization on the human resource, global governance in general, and more particularly human resources, liberalization, privatization, digitalization. That is what, lot of impact on the human resources. And recently, COVID pandemic, or I call it a COVIDization. We all know that last 3 years, every country, every individual, we are, affected. Maybe a degree of difference is there, affected with COVIDization. So year after, the countries are going to make policies in keeping in view of the COVIDization, or what I call pre-COVID, post-COVID. That is the scenario which is happening. I think we all HR managers have to keep this new entry, that's the COVIDization, in mind, and we have to prepare our policies to face the global challenges. With this, once again, I thank Her Excellency for coming here. Thank you once again. Thank you.
I invite Mr. Ramesh Manthana, co-founder SHRD, to kindly address the participants.
Good evening, all. Good evening to all the dignitaries on the dais, Honorable Governor of Telangana and Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, Dr. Srimati Tamilisai Soundararajan Avargal, Vice Chancellor of Nalsar University, Professor V. Balakishna Reddy Garu, and Vidyulata Reddy Garu, and our co-founder Madhavi, and all my senior colleagues from the HR fraternity, the program coordinators, Prakash Ganguly and Amish, who have made this possible. And dear students, it is honor to be with all of you here, standing in front of you on this occasion of the final day of the conference and the convocation on legal acumen for HR leaders, jointly presented by Nalsar University and SHRD. It is a great privilege to be standing in front of you. And little about SHRD. SHRD started with a philosophy from a Rig Veda mantra, Ano Bhadra Kartavyatu Vishvat. It means, let noble thoughts come to me from all directions. Okay, that's where we thought it's important to share and learn from other HRs. So Society of Human Resource Development started in August 2014 with a vision to be an inclusive committee which articulates integrated partnerships for the development of HR. Our intention was to bring various HR professionals cutting across industries, various industries, for their professional development, focused on advanced individual leadership, career planning and development. As Steve Wayne has said, human resources isn't a thing we do. It is a thing that runs our business. I think from morning we have seen various people talking about HRs getting into the business. Too often, all of us know that HR department doesn't seen as a strategic partner when it comes to running a business. This couldn't be further from the truth. But we believe, when given the proper tools and the trust to be empowered and make decisions, we believe that HR can be one of the most vital voices at the table of any board. So with that, a thought is where SHRD started. We have conducted various programs almost in the last 8 years or so. We have done around 50 programs, cutting across, again, right from the contemporary themes. There is one which is very focused in upskilling of the youth. And there is one set of programs which we done for the girl-child empowerment. Okay, and the uniqueness of us is we do all this free of cost. Uh, and that's possible because of the sponsors like the AEP certification and the partners like Nalsar and all with whom we connect in various forums. So with the ever-changing landscape of HR, we felt that legal aspects in an industry is no more a specialized entity. Okay, it is a basic need for every HR, and that's how this program got developed. And we have done this, I think, this is the 6th week which we are doing. And majorly focused on definitely on the leadership skills, and we are focused on. And the other aspect is the code of wages and the code of social security, which is, I think, it is the biggest thing which our Honorable Prime Minister has brought it forward. I know how it will go forward. We will know in few years or few months how it is going to happen. But our intention was to make our HR professionals understand what it is. So we at SHRD believe that learning is a continuous aspect, and as committed entity towards human excellence, we will continue to strive to bring best in class to help develop HR professionals at all stages of career, whether it is the freshers coming out of the college and becoming management trainees, or people who are aspiring to be the CHROs or the CEOs. So thank you once again for being here and participating in the program. Thank you all.
I request Professor Vidulita Reddy, Head of the Management Department, Nalsar University of Law, to kindly introduce the chief guest.
So I feel it an honor to introduce our Governor, Her Excellency, Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan, Governor of Telangana and Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry. To introduce her, I think all of us know her. Okay, so we know her so well because she has been here for quite a while. And the fact that we know that she pioneered the vaccination drive in our state, and she, motivated the frontline workers during COVID. And Telangana was fortunate to have a doctor at the helm of the affairs during pandemic, right? And however, However, all of this we know, and I don't want to introduce that to you because you know it. What I want to introduce you today is, because you are the HR people, I would like to raise one acumen thing from her life journey, okay? And HR people, India is banking on demographic advantage, and HR people are the people who have to put right person at right place. So you are in a way nation builders. So in this context, let me take her life journey as an inspiration story for you and for my students. She spent at least a decade of her life in intense education, a course medicine. You can understand intense, and she's super specialized. And then within her specialization, gynecology and super specialization within that is an evergreen field within medicine, where success rate is near 100. And a field very conducive for women. It is actually by default reserved for women. But politics, on the other side, success rate is below 1 in decimals, not in numericals. She chose that. And second, she has to spend at least 10 years to be known. Who in the politics, to be known also, you need a decade of lifetime. She took that. And politics at her time is not a field very conducive for women. And more importantly, she has chosen a political party which didn't had big vote share in her state at that time. Now you tell me, is she successful? Did she make successful choices in life? But she is sitting here holding the highest post of the state. this, this I call it is acumen. Okay, so I think her life is an inspiration for all of us and for the students to pursue passion, not success. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now is the time that we have all been waiting for. I request Honorable Governor of Telangana and Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan, to kindly deliver the chief guest address.
A special good evening to each and everyone. I am very happy that I am standing in the hall of a very prestigious institution and really very happy to meet you all. And my respects to Dr. Professor Balakrishna Reddy, Vice Chancellor and Registrar, Nalsar University of Law, Hyderabad. Really, he mentioned in a short introduction, very precisely, in one word, he said, how HR is very important for this country is the youngest country because average Indian is 29 years when compared to USA it is 48 years and Japan it is 38 years and European countries it is 42 years and China it is 39 years. So ours is the youngest country. So because of that, the seminars and the management courses and the HR courses are very important. So I really thank him for inviting me here, even though it's a very hectic date for me. But after coming here, even though this is almost the fifth program of my day, but when I entered the campus, all my tiredness vanished. So such a nice campus. And as it is said in the introduction, and which was given to me, Professor Balakrishna Reddy was here since 2000, and he has been closely associated with the development of Nalsar, brick by brick. That I could identify when he was identifying the bricks of stones. Stone bricks identified, and he was very proud. These are bricks from the campus. And because of that, it was built. So it's such a strong, stony building. For that, you are one of the cause of that. So I really appreciate. And Madam Vidyalata Reddy, the head of Department of Management Studies, Nalsar University of Law. Actually, when she started, I was thinking the long paper she should not read about me because I myself get bored after getting the introduction in each and every conference. But she introduced me. I think one of the best introduction ever I had. Because in a nutshell, she told, I selected a party which was definitely did not have any say in Tamil Nadu, but only one thing she did. It's at least a decade, no, it's 2 decades it took for me. Immediately after completion of my post-graduation in gynecology, I joined the political party, and almost 20 years, everyone used to think, because my father, a very strong Congress leader, and he was 6 times MLA and 1 time MP. And then everyone was surprised. A diagonally opposite party I joined. And that, as you said, that is the acumen. That is the foresight. And everyone used to say, why she joined this party? But I had a very good foresight and conviction. Definitely we will come up because I believed myself. That is the big thing. I won't be a failure. I will develop along with the organization. Otherwise, I will develop the organization. So that is the mindset each and every HR person should have. And my respects to Mr. Ramesh Mantana, co-founder, SHRD, India, Ms. Indu Madhavi, co-founder, SHRD, distinguished guests, esteemed media friends, beloved students, and all the participants. Today, HR, from morning you have heard great lectures. So almost your mind and brain is full of knowledge about HR. So as a first citizen, I want to tell certain simple things which could be successful in your life. Today morning, I attended a CIA program. And before the program, they were telling me it is very difficult to find HR people, accurate people for the accurate job. The main challenge, we can invest, we can plan, and we can do anything. But this is the problem which we are facing. Then I told, what is the problem? It could be solved. Then why, madam, you are telling it could be solved? Because that is the problem we are all facing. Then I narrated one incident. I always tell this incidents to, particularly in business, among business person and HR people. One of the friend came to my house and she watched, old friend. She was telling, no, for the past 10 years, 15 years, I am seeing the same cook in your house. And I am seeing the same driver in your house. And in my house, every year I am changing. And she's not cooking to my expectation. So how, but is she a very good cook? You are having her for more than 15 years? I told, she is good in idli making. But I love dosa. But only one thing I did, I started loving idli than finding a person who is good in cooking dosa. That is easy, no? And finding a person who is good in dosa, started liking idlis, that solves the problem. That is a major HR solution, I told. Then she was telling, oh, this is very simple solution because nobody is without any potential. Definitely one will be with some potential, with some talents, which the higher authorities or the managers are unable to identify. But definitely a human being means they should have some potential. So when we give that job according to their potential or adjust according to their potential, then it solves the problem instead of searching, because everyone, as Swami Vivekananda says, everyone is born with potential. It is our duty to unfold it, that's all. And see the positivity in everything. Another small story I always say, a manager selected 2 marketing persons. They were sent to an island to assess the opportunities of their business. One came and told, there is no any opportunity for our business at all. Others came and told, no, ample opportunity for the business. The manager was surprised because 2 of them were selected at the same time, were sent to the island at the same time. They gave the same period for assessing the situation. One is telling, there is no any possibility for our business at all there, and other is telling there is ample possibility of the business. Then he asked the reason. That is a shoe company. One told, the people are not having a habit of wearing shoes, so there is no any opportunity for us. The other said, they are not having the habit of wearing the shoes, but when we make them aware of wearing the shoes, and when we make them practice that shoe wearing is good for their health, definitely they will start wearing the shoes. So we will have ample opportunities. So that is the sight of 2 people on the same situation. So if we see always the positive aspect, definitely we will have some business. So that is the main core of the HR character. And each and every here, your teachers told everything, your professors told everything. And I want to say, sharpen yourself each and every day. Even the nail, which doesn't have blood supply, which doesn't have a nerve supply, grows 0.5 millimeter every day. So we have to sharpen our skills, whatever may be the capacity and whatever may be our profession. We have to sharpen ourselves because the world is moving much forward faster than we expect. 2 people were chased by a lion and one was wearing the shoe. The other person looked and laughed and told, even if you wear the shoe, lion will catch hold of you. Then he told, even after wearing the shoes, lion will catch me, I know. But my intention is run faster than you, that's all. Because if I run faster than you, Lion will catch hold of you. Then after eating, I will have ample time to run away. So that is the now business. So we have to run faster. If we stand still for a minute, definitely there are so many people to run faster than us. So these are all the simple law. So that mantra, so we have to practice, and I am really happy that the labor code 2020 is considered to be the biggest reform in the independent India, and even after decades since independence, approximately 90% of workers working in the unorganized sector did not have access to all social security. And I learned that this is the program to demystify the beliefs before the law was made and the 4 codes which should be propagated. So these type of programs definitely will convey the good message, because whatever may be the situation, the right thing should be conveyed to the person. For example, one farmer was having a small piece of land and he wanted to sell the land. So he called an advertisement agent and he told, I want to sell the land. So please write an advertisement. He's a very good advertisement agent. And he wrote, a small piece of land is there. This land is, there is a well in this land and 2 or 3 trees are there. It is nearer a college. Nearer a college means it will be 50 kilometers. That is the advertisement, no? It is nearer a railway station. The hospitals are nearer. Like that he wrote and he gave it to the person. Then that person farmer told, no, I am not going to sell the land. That advertisement agent got angry. Just few minutes back only you told you are going to sell the land. But immediately after writing the advertisement, why are you telling you are not going to sell the land? He was telling, till you write the advertisement, I didn't know such good things are in my farm. So after you wrote, I thought, why I should sell the farm? So it's such a good farm. So I can earn my livelihood from this farm. So you go away. So these type of encouragement and enlightenment is only needed when each and every scheme is introduced. I always feel, because our Honorable Prime Minister is introducing so many schemes, sometimes when it is not correctly propagated, people are not aware. The program and the schemes are so good to them. For example, Ayushman Bharat. As a doctor, when it was introduced, I was very happy because I have seen patients dying for want of 100 rupees, 200 rupees in government hospitals. So if a patient is provided with 5 lakh rupees, how they can save so many patients? But the patients were not aware. Then we propagated it. Particularly, I am in charge of Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, and we took great efforts to popularize it. Then after popularizing it, people came forward to get even the complicated surgeries, some of the private institutions or in the government institutions, which were denied for them for want of money. So these type of programs definitely needed to propagate the schemes, and particularly the labor code. As it is said, it is concentrating and it is taking care of organized sector as well as unorganized sector, as 90% of them belongs to unorganized sector. And as it is said by our Vice Chancellor, now the era is pre-COVID and post-COVID. We are all blessed people. We are less affected, but think of the unorganized sector laborers. They are the most affected people, but because of some of our good economical schemes, as well as like providing Karib Kalyan Yojana, it's a great scheme, providing at least rice to them so that at least they can take the basic food for the family, provide food for the family. So these type of schemes really saved us, and I am really very happy to come and meet you all, because it's not an address is not a great event, because you would have had good message from all of them. So in a lighter sense, I wanted to tell some of the few points so that I can convey the message to you successfully and be successful managers as well as successful lawyers. And one thing everyone used to tell, because I saw the symbol of law, that is the scale. In Tamil, Tirukural says 2000 years back itself, lawyer should be like a tulakol. Tulakol means like a balance. But I was surprised, all over the world, even now, the symbol of law is scale. So how our ancestors and our literary people have thought about, they had such a foresight, and I always wish the lawyers, because in this Azadika Amrut Mahotsav, we are celebrating our 75th year of independence, and the advocates and lawyers took part in the freedom struggle than any other profession. So I always salute them. So I want to salute the lawyers, because of them, most of the great leaders were of this profession, and I thank them and I salute them in this event, so that we are thankful to them also, because we are all freely moving, freely talking because of their sacrifices. And I'm really very happy to be here and wish you all the best. Let us all be happy and healthy. And as a doctor, I always convey a message. You may be lawyers, you may be doctors, but please look after your health. Do yoga in the morning, do meditation, be relaxed, don't compromise your happiness for anything, and be healthy also, because if you are sick, we will be only benefited. So we don't want to be benefited like that. So please be healthy also. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam, for that inspiring address. Now I request the chief guest to present the certificates, and I request Vice Chancellor and Head of the Department to please join her. So as the name is called, kindly walk up to the dais and receive the degree from the chief guest. Dr. Vijay Bhaskar Reddy, Ms. Kartika Tirupati, Mr. Manoj Gopalakrishnan Nair, Ms. Saswati Saha, Mr. Chittuluri Ravi, Mr. Yadukishore Devanjanam, Ms. Preeti Nanda Nayak, Mr. Ravi Kumar Panuganti, Ms. Anusha Gade, Dr. P.B. Srinivas, Mr. Rakesh Morisetti, Mr. D. N. Srinivas, Mr. Aravind Madhur, Ms. Madhavi Ganeshan, Ms. Komal Agarwal. Now I request the chief guest to hand over a memento to Team SHRD. Team SHRD is represented on dais by Mr. Ramesh Mandhana and Ms. Indu Madhavi Iragavarapu. I request the chief guest to hand over a memento to the Department of Management, Nalsar University of Law. Department of Management is represented by Professor Balakista Reddy and Professor Vidulata Reddy. I request chief guest to hand over a memento to Team AEP certification. Now I would request Professor Balakista Reddy and Mr. Ramesh Mandhana to hand over a token of gratitude to our chief guest. Now I request Ms. Indu Madhavi Iragavarapu to kindly deliver the vote of thanks.
It's an esteemed privilege to propose a vote of thanks. No words can resonate our gratitude towards Honorable Excellence, Madam Governor, for obliging our request and gracing the occasion. Thank you so much, ma'am. Your presence boosted our confidence and accelerated our urge to bring in more such programs, partnering with elite institutions to be sharing the expertise and having an ideology of creating a legacy. This can be done only by progressive mindsets, Nalsar being the fountainhead. Thank you, VC Sir Balakrishna Reddy Garu, to have this program happen to this dynamics. A special mention of thanks to all core team Nalsar, facilitators of the program for taking time and sharing their knowledge. Dr. Amish and Dr. Prakar for their relentless support. Thank you so much. Thank you for the learners for being with us. The 6 weeks of learning with an active participation and ready to make a better contribution at workplace and thereby a better world. A word of gratitude must go to Mr. Srinivas CR of Accenture and Dr. Anand Reddy ISTD. Thank you very much, sirs. Thank you, Shiva Karunakaran Garu and Satya Srinivas Garu for the valuable partnership in getting the AEP certifications. Thanks to all who worked behind the virtual learning interface and the workshops, today the program coordinators and especially the student volunteers. Last but never the least, a big thanks to all SHRD founder members, especially Ramesh Garu, Pawan and VBR sir for being a strong fallback. Thank you all.
For the and worst, that's Outside X, a student-run magazine, and that's by IPM first-year students. As such, we're very proud of our IPM students, and this is from that. Thank you.
That concludes the proceedings of the day. I request all the dignitaries on stage and off stage to kindly rise for national anthem.
Yeah, the vacuum kind of happens when a towering personality leaves. So if you can just bear with us for a minute, we're trying to find Amish who will help us out as to what is the next plan. Is it not immediate? We want which?
So that was an exciting session and worth remembering for. Now we have a couple of our faculty gentlemen with us, CA Praveen, as well as Mr. Dr. Sudhanshu Kumar joining us. They would love to share some of their thoughts. Please, sir, please come on stage.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So we will probably need 5 minutes of your time. I know you're all waiting for a break, but consider this as the break. We will have tea after this. I'm sure we would like to join you on a high tea. Right. Right. Don't worry about the content. It's definitely not heavy. And I know how it feels at the end of the day. And professor myself, so it's not a happy place talking to audience at the end of the day. I'm going to keep it very short and probably simple as well. One quick check, which I wanted to actually talk about us is we are a brand which everybody is aware of. Nalsar is known. But frankly, if you ask people as to why Nalsar is known, you will not be getting a great qualitative answer. Apart from excellence in legal education and acad or academic research, it's something which is superficial. Correct. This has been the founding objective. This is what Nalsar has actually started with. But this is not where we are ending, right? And this definitely is not the only objective with Nalsar. I'll probably take a minute to give what kind of legacy are we intending to set or what we are actually setting during the last 10, 15 years, apart from being one of the premier law universities in India. Apparently, we had a NAC rating of 3.61, which is highest ever for a law university. This is something which is, yeah, thank you. This is something which most of us are aware of. But I would want to point to a couple of things which are otherwise happening, but slightly at an undercurrent. Nalsar is contributing fairly well and at a continuing level, at a ground zero as well, at ground level as well. Nalsar per se has a lot of affiliations and associations with various policy bodies. I'll probably take a minute. Well, don't get me wrong. So I'm also somebody who is set with the legacy of Nalsar. So I will probably have to read out some of the achievements, though I'm being a part of the university for about 6 years. So on ground, what is Nalsar doing on ground is something which I wanted to share because we are at a point where going forward, we want to have a real meaningful association with corporates as well. Okay, so at a very basic level, what Nalsar is doing is drafting laws and engaging at policy level with state governments and central policy bodies. Okay, whether you talk about land laws, whether you're talking about land clinics which are being run and which are being run at a ground level. So we are doing field level work, probably one of the longest running legal aid clinic is hosted by Nalsar in association with the governments of AP and Telangana. The potential benefit is close to 1 million people who are getting a knowledge of their rights on land, who are able to talk about land being an asset, right? Apart from that, we have collaborations with training institutes like Competition Commission of India, NISA, Ministry of Law and Justice, and so on. I can just keep reeling on as to what Nalsar has been doing in the last 20 years, but probably too much at the end of a day. What we're really looking for, though, is unveiling of the next chapter, the next frontier that Nalsar is focusing on. We have a long and fruitful association with public enterprises, with governments per se. We really want to extend that to corporates as well. A concept which our professor, our vice chancellor, Professor Balakista, talks about is academic social responsibility. All of us are conversant with the corporate social responsibility per se. Can it be extended to universities as well, particularly the higher education universities? And if yes, how? What is a meaningful engagement between not-for-profit universities and for-profit corporates? How we should work, if at all, if we can, how we should work so that the impact that we keep talking about, how can it be a little more meaningful, right? Our stand, Nalsar's stand, or rather the team behind it, our stand is that as somebody who is researching, who is at the helm of trying to understand problems, we are also better placed to offer solutions. It's just that, can we work together and build those mechanisms of delivery where impact can actually be delivered and addressed manifold, right? I'll probably end the discussion with one small little anecdote or a quote from our Vice Chancellor. So his way of saying is that we take a very long route, long and circuitous route for contributing towards civic culture and environmental sustainability. How do we do it? We train students. We hope that they deliver whatever is being taught. So as a university, we are one step away from delivering impact on ground. In a way, we are hoping that our students deliver for us, right? But particularly in the current environment, that need not be the case. We should at least try and find a way where the universities and places of higher education can have a more direct and meaningful association on ground. We have the capability. We have the understanding of how the structure and the teams work. We just need the right partners. So I'm going to end it at this. I know it has been a very long day and particularly unnerving after our first lady has taken a very interesting session. But this is where I'm leaving with, in hope that we will be able to continue these conversations in the days to come. And this is a phase that you will want to remember because I will be reaching out to you. Thank you. That's us.
So the remaining certificates, our Vice Chancellor have kindly agreed to give away the certificates. So please wait, we'll start the certificate distribution ceremony. I'm just waiting. I think there is a bit of misinformation that is passed out. So there are a few people outside. So I'm just waiting for them to be in and then we can start. I apologize to Vice Chancellor and Head of the Department for the delay.
Present, who are marked in orange.
Sir, not everybody is getting it. Sir, people who have put the given the exam are only getting it. Nagendra? Sir, sir, if his name is there in the list, he'll get it, sir.
Colors, no?
Sir, no, in which way? Because these are papers supposed to be present today. Sir, they are not present. So what is your name, sir? Sunil Kumar PQRS. Sunil Kumar Reddy Bayala? Yes, yes. And other name is?
Nagendra. He attended on
So certificate is there. I can make sure I'll pass it on to you, but just wait, sir. Only the selection starts.